Hi guys, today we will help you travel to Maldives on a budget. Budget does not mean cheap hotels or hotels far away from the beach or attractions, rather to get a value for money deal. This will not involve bookings through any travel agent, or this is not a paid promotion. All bookings would be made by you and only you. Everything said here is based on my research and my personal experience. Before we start, welcome to my channel Travel on a Budget. That being said, let's start with the video. In this guide, we will help you figure out your flight itineraries, resort, food and transfers through Jetty. So guys, the first thing we should do is to book our flights. For this, let's select a booking portal like bookings.com or Yatra or Skyscanner or anywhere from which you can book flight tickets and you are comfortable with. For this purpose of the video, I will select makemytrip.com. So over here, first we have to select the city from where you are traveling. In my case, that is New Delhi. In the to section, I will select Malé, which is the capital of Maldives and has an airport. From there we will move to different islands, so that's Malé. In the departure date, you can select whichever date you want. For me, I will select 24th of November. And I will plan my trip for 4 days, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, and on the 5th day I will want to leave from there, so the return is 28th. I will select 2 passengers and the class is economy, premium, business, whichever class you want, and click on search. So guys, the purpose of this is not to book the cheapest flight available. We'll want to book our flight smartly so that we save time and we can utilize that time in our tour. So now let's see what is the cheapest flight available over here. So the cheapest flight here is Sri Lankan Airlines for 20,000 rupees. Now this is really cheap, but if you have a look at the time it takes to reach Malé is around 27 hours, which is really long, and that is really a really bad deal. I would not recommend this. Also, if you see, it will fly from Delhi and it will stop at Colombo and you have to wait for 22 hours and then change your flight and then it will go to Malé. So I'm not sure if Colombo requires transit visa. I'm not sure about it. You have to check if you are selecting this flight, but there are places where you will require a transit visa to change planes. So again, I will not recommend this one. So as I mentioned in the beginning that this is a budget tour, but will not cut really bad corners. So I think that was a really bad move to book the cheapest flight. So if you really are on a budget, then I will recommend to book the second best option, which is really cheap, that is 22,000. You will still save a lot if you book the fastest flight, but here will take around 9 hours to reach Malé, and still you'll reach around 2:30. You can reach your resort around 5 o'clock and still have the evening with you. So you can do this one, but if I would be booking, I'll take this one because we'll cut corners in resorts and food and stuff like that, but I think the flight should be really good because it'll save you a lot of time and exertion and you can really enjoy your day. So for me, if I reach on 24th of November, it will start around 5 o'clock in the morning and we can reach Maldives by 10 a.m. The immigration will take around an hour. Then the immigration will not cost you anything. Maldives allows Indians to stay for 2 months free, so you can do that. If the rules have changed, please have a check for that, but we can easily reach our resort around 12 o'clock or maybe 1 o'clock, and we can spend the second half of the day in at Maldives. So for me, I'll select this one. Guys, let's move to the next section, that is to book the hotel. So before we do that, I want to give you a brief intro about Malé and Maldives and everything. So let's move to maps. So if you go into maps, I go and search for Malé. So guys, this is the Vilhena International Airport. We'll be landing over here, and once we land, there is no direct connectivity from here to the island that we are going to go. So if there is, then we probably have to book it online, and I don't trust those sites. Probably they will take our money and may not book it, and the vendors available on the airport are pretty expensive. So guys, we probably have to have to find our own way to get into these islands. Now guys, there are about 80 habitable islands over Maldives. So guys, some are private islands, some are government owned islands. So what I mean by private islands is that the islands are all maintained by the resort itself. For example, like the Paradise Island, it's maintained by the Paradise Resort. The Sun Island is maintained by the Sun Resort. Now guys, these islands are privately owned, so the transport to bring in food and other things and all necessary items are done privately by hired jets and everything. So these islands are very costly. So for example, to give you a short view of that, let's say if you want to spend a night in Sun Island, will cost us around 20,000 rupees or around 300 or 350 USD for one night, and that will not include food. Probably that it will include breakfast, but it will not include food. So guys, we don't want to do that. So for that, what we'll do is we'll pick a local island. Now the difference is that it is, as I mentioned, that is owned by the government, so the transport is done by government ferries. Like this is a route which is shown for government ferries. So these islands are probably less expensive because the transport is really cheap. So if you want to travel from here to that island, it costs you around $1 or something like that. So it's really cheap over there. So the island that we want to choose is Maafushi. So Maafushi is over here. If we see the route from Malé, which is here, now guys, Malé to Maafushi, we have two ferries that connect Malé and Maafushi. So these are the Maafushi Jetty, which runs on these timings. You can pause the video and look at it. And this is the MTCC Jetty. Both of these are government ferries, and the cost for one person is around $1. It will take around 2 hours for you to reach Maafushi. So basically what we want to do over here is first we'll get down at the airport. Okay, we have to, after the immigrations, we'll take a ferry to Malé, which is the capital city. The ferry per person will also cost you around $1. So once you get to the jetty, you have to hire a taxi. So the taxis are also not very expensive. So basically we want to reach here, which is Vilhena ferry terminal. This is this terminal from where we'll take our ferry and will take us to Maafushi. Now guys, see that if we land on a Saturday, the ferry will leave at 3 p.m. and our flight will land at 10 a.m. so by 1 hour after we land around 10 o'clock, we'll have around an hour for the immigration and to collect stuff. After that, around 11 we will be free. We'll take a jetty and come to Malé. So around 11:30 or maybe by 12 we'll all be here. So it'll take around 10 minutes for us to from this jetty to this Villingary terminal. It'll take not more than 10 minutes. So from there we have to wait for 3 p.m. Which will from there we need to go to Maafushi. So this is a government ferry terminal. So we'll buy tickets for around $2 from here, and we can go. Now guys, there's another way to reach Maafushi is by private jet. Now there are a lot of places from where you can book a private jet. You can even book those jets in when you reach Malé city. So the tickets should not be more than $25. So now you can go over to Icon Tours. So you can book ferries here, so you can see the availability and everything from here as well. I will recommend you to to book a ferry from here if you want to go by speedboat. ICOM also provides ferries from airport, so you can check from here. You can directly have airport to Maafushi. You can do that. So it'll cost you around $25 or $20 for one person. So guys, so now we have decided that we'll go to Maafushi. The next step will be to look for hotels, right? So guys, let's continue to book our hotel. So you can go over to any portal from where you can book your hotels, like bookings.com or maybe Make My Trip or Agoda or any other portal from where you feel you're comfortable. So for this video I'll select Agoda. Agoda is also one of the cheapest way to book hotel if you're looking something outside India. So it's really reliable, it's good, it's clean interface, and it gives you whatever's there on their site, it provides you with all of those things. Plus if you keep a check on it, you can probably get a good deal. Now guys, for hotel search, we don't have to write Maldives over here. We know which island we are traveling, so we'll write Maafushi over here. The date will be 24th and we'll get out of there by 28th, which is 4 days. So let's start searching. There are 95 properties in here. Now guys, here we see that there are a lot of hotels over there. So there are two hotels that are really popular in Maafushi Island. Let's try to visit Maafushi over the map. So guys, there are 4 things before we book any hotel. So firstly, the hotel should be near the beach, so that we could have a really good view of the beach, and that is really important. Secondly, the hotel should be in terms of security, it should be good. Thirdly, the staff should be good, and fourth, there should be a lot of food options over there, so that you can have food, or maybe you can skip and move to some other restaurant or something, all those options. So flexibility is one of the best things that we have in Maafushi, so that's really important. So guys, for here in Maafushi, there are 2 hotels as I mentioned. One is the Arena Beach Hotel, and there is the Kani Beach Hotel. Now guys, these are the 2 popular hotels. There are other hotels as well, like Sunrise Beach Hotel, or there are others as well, like Velena, and there are a few others like Crystal Sands, which is also an okay kind of hotel. But Crystal Sands is okay, but the sea is really not so clean out here, and there are a lot of boats and things are parked over here, so you will not have a good view, or probably not be able to take a bath in this area, so that's not so good. So guys, two hotels as I mentioned is Arena Beach Hotel and the Kani Beach Hotel, the Kani Grand View. These are all very good. Basically the main point is over here is that you get a beautiful beach in front of you. The rooms are pretty clean, the service is very good, the people are really helpful. These hotels offer you a lot of water activities and water adventures, so there's a lot of things that you can get from both of these. So guys, now let's say if you want to book a hotel in Arena Beach Hotel, I will recommend the Kani Beach Hotel, but the prices of Kani Beach Hotel have gone up really high, so this is also a really good option right now. So for me, I will go for a sea view room because I will like to have a beautiful view in the morning when I have tea or breakfast or something like that. So I'll pick the sea view room. You can pick the other rooms as well, but I will recommend you to go for the sea view room. Now guys, now as I mentioned that there are a lot of food options available over here that we can look for. There's one thing that I wanted to share is that the buffet is really nice for both of the hotels. It may be Kani or it may be Arena, both are really good. The prices are around $12.50 per person, $12.50 per person, so 25 for two, so that's a really good deal. Now guys, another thing is that if you have a close watch on these hotels, you could probably get a really good deal of around $100 a night. Right now it's around $120, $130, so you can get a great deal at $100. So now I spoke to Kani Beach Hotel and they provided me $110 per night for the sea view room if I have only breakfast. Now breakfast is included in all three of them. This is for the this is for only breakfast basis. This is like breakfast and dinner or lunch, one of the meals. This is for both the meals, lunch again. So I would recommend you to go for this one if you get a good deal. I cracked the deal last time for $100 a night over here, so that was a great deal. So guys, just have a look at it and you can probably get a good deal on here. Guys, the last part is to help you out get a good meal. Now if you are staying at the Arena Beach or at the Kani Beach, then guys, we have a great option of buffet for dinner. So dinner is all sorted out. You can have the buffet. It's really good. It's not too much expensive. It's $12.50 per person as I mentioned before, so you can have that. There are a lot of options to eat out, so it's really a good deal. For the Arena Beach, there are also options for lunch as well. We have options for Kani also for lunch. They have a 24-hour restaurant, both of them, so we can have that as well. For Arena Beach, the menu, as you can see, is really good, so you can have that. For Kani Beach as well, we have the same sort of a menu. For the other things, like for example for lunch, if you want to go out and have a bite, then you can probably go out to Hot Bites, which is also a really cool place. It is basically burgers and fries and all sort of things, like fast food joint sort of a place, so you can have that. The best place out here I like is Nika. The menu is really vast, the food is really good, and Nika is basically a restaurant which is on the beach, so the chairs and everything are there on the beach. You can have your food on the beach, so it's really good. at night also they place, you know, lamps over the tables, and it would be really nice. So I would recommend to, you know, visit all these places. There are other places also like pizzas, or if you want to have something sweet, this is tasty treat. We can get something sweet to eat, and there are others as well. Towards Crystal Sands, we can get another good restaurants like here. Crystal Sands, there's a good ice cream you know, parlor out here, so you can get a great ice cream over here. Also we have other foods, like there is another shop for tasty treat. There is a lot of food options out here. So the best thing about Maafushi is its flexibility. You can, you know, buy a lot of food, or, you know, a lot of things from here. There's a lot of shops available. There are local shops also there, so you don't have to buy water from your hotel. There's a local shop out here near Kani Beach Hotel, just near the cafe. I think this is the Odex shop. No, this is a souvenir shop. There's another shop just right here, so, you know, you can have that, or you know, you can go to those shops, and there are a lot of you know, chips and water is available, so you can have that. So guys, if you like my video, please like and subscribe. If you don't like it, you know what to do. And from my side, happy journey to all of you guys, and have a great day. Thank you.